what's the essence of making money? Money is something that you trade for something else. That's what determines its value. But what are you trading it for and why? There is a simple equation that if you understand clearly its fundamental truth, you will start to see it everywhere and you will be able to consciously leverage it. In this video, I'll share with you the equation itself and then give you some practical ideas of how you can use it in your life. So think about it. Most of your problems can be solved with money. Just look at why and where you are spending your money. In almost every case, it's to solve a problem. You're hungry, you order a pizza. You are sick, you go to the doctor. You want to get fit, get a gym membership or coach. Need knowledge, you buy a book or a course. See, every time what you're trying to do is to solve a problem or a desire, which I consider part of problem. Something that you perceive as a problem. Solving that is value to you. So, as we said, you spend your money to solve problems. And you can see deeply that if you have no money or almost no money, because you will have plenty more of problems and your life will get more problematic and much worse overall. All little kind of problems will start to appear, and even big ones. So in the reverse lies the secret to making money. Every business, every job is based on this, solving problems for money. More specifically, selling the solution to a perceived problem or desire for money. Every problem is by its very nature perceived as painful. And the more the problem is perceived as such, the more one is willing to pay in order to solve it. Sales is nothing more than convincing another that you can provide a solution. It's proving your expertise, competence, and skill in the domain, either through past work, problems that you solved in the past, or by solving problems for free initially to prove yourself, like with stages, free content, for example, to then go on to a paid offer. But see, the core of it is to prove that you are able to deliver a solution, to solve their problem. And for that, people are willing to pay you. So see, it's really a simple equation, but it's easy to overlook due to its simplicity. But really, if you are able to grasp the essence of this, if you're able to see it in your daily life, in all your actions, in all your problems, see how it relates to that and how every time that you have a problem, it is most likely related to money, or money can solve it or improve that situation in some way. And see, here the trick is to see that and to reverse it in order to make money. Is to start to see how you can solve problems, how you can provide that value, how you can solve certain kinds of desires through your skills, through your competence, through your knowledge, your insight. So here are some factors that you can keep in mind relative to the value and pricing, because not all problems are valued equally. It depends on various factors. So here are some of the factors that determine that value, which is useful to know to see where it's worthwhile attacking the situation, in the sense, what kind of problems could be worthwhile solving or trying to solve, and what's not really worthwhile. So let's go with the factors. First of all, the income of the target client. How much one is willing to spend is relative to how much money he makes and he has. So a lot for someone is really a little bit for someone else. So this is crucial, because if you're solving a problem for a billionaire, it's not the same kind of money that if you're trying to solve a problem for someone with 1,000 of income, just for example, because it is relative to what he has. So even the most important thing for him will be he will be willing to spend a lot of his income on it. And the equivalent of that for a rich person will be just pennies, So that is just useful to know, depending on the target. Then, of course, there are solutions that you can offer to multiple people that have not a lot of income, but at scale, it's worthwhile. So this is just a factor to consider. Then the quality of the offered solution relative to what's available in the market. So the quality of what you are offering, whether it is your skills or a product itself, a solution, the quality of that in relation to what's available, in relation to the competition, the other offers in the market. Then generally, the harder a problem is to solve, the more people are willing to pay. It's not always the case. There are some really hard jobs that don't pay a lot. But generally, you can see how that principle can apply. If you're able to solve cancer for someone, that's super valuable. That's incredibly hard, And if you're able to solve something that someone is perceiving as really hard, that is what people are willing to pay more. Of course, that's relative, because something that is maybe really easy for you to solve, it's really hard for someone else. And that's why that person will be willing to pay you for it, because you are actually able to do it. But even if it's easy to you, the important thing here is how it is perceived by the other person. And then we have the value formula, which is a formula from the book 1 Million Offers from Hormozy, which is pretty straightforward, and it's useful to know to determine how value is generally decided or perceived by a certain offer. So the dream outcome that you're offering, the desire, the solution, multiplied by the perceived likelihood of achievement. So people want to know, for example, if you're actually competent and you will deliver on that. Or you can prove, for example, that your product will actually solve the issue that they are having. So those are the positives, and we will divide that by the time delay, which is the time to the deliver of the solution, of the outcome, and the effort and sacrifice that one has to put into that. So these are the perceived negatives in the offer, in the problem. And the result of that is the value of the offer. So essentially, people pay to solve a problem or a solution with certainty, speed, and ease. Okay, so here are 3 common types of solutions that you can offer. And after this, I'll give you also some contemplative questions that will give you more clarity on what you could offer for money, what you could solve, and which way will be best for you to go in. So let's quickly go over the 3 types. The first type of solution is do it yourself. In this case, it's, for example, a food recipe book in which you have to do the whole thing yourself. You have to build the whole thing yourself. You have to take the food, It's just the indication on how to do it yourself. So you can think also about do it yourself like IKEA. You go to IKEA, you buy the thing, there is the instructions, and you have to build it yourself. So do it yourself. Then we have do it with you. So this is a solution in which someone is assisting you while you solve the problem. So you can think about, for example, martial art lessons. You are doing the thing by yourself, but at the same time, you are assisted by a coach. And through his expertise, he is teaching you. He is making you learn in real time. So you are doing it with him. He's doing it with you. He is assisting you in the process. And do it for you is a more complete solution in the sense that you have really nothing to do other than give the money for it. So, for example, if you go to the dentist to have an operation, you can't really operate yourself. You will just pay and get the operation done. It will be done for you. This is a kind of solution that you can see also in the tech world, for example. If someone is building an application for you or creating a marketing campaign for you, those are complete services. So these are the three types of offers, and of course, the first ones in which you do it all by yourself will cost less than the other ones. The more assistance there is and the less you have to do in the whole solution, the more you will have to pay, because the more value is being offered to you. Because taking care of your problem from another is what you are paying for. You are paying another one for that. So the more the degree of that, the more you will pay. Okay, so you understood the basic essence of how to make money. You know the equation, you know the deal, you know what you can do to gain money, but you don't know exactly, specifically, depending upon your type, your situation, what you could solve, what you could do for it, what problems could you solve. So to find a possible offer, I give you some questions that can be useful to contemplate. So first of all, what are some problems that you faced in your life and were able to solve? Then, if you could solve any practical problem, what would it be? What problem would you like to see solved in the world? What do you think will inevitably be invented soon, but is not yet done? This is a great one for innovation and funding ideas that you are sure will come to the market but are not done yet, so you can anticipate that by creating it, and that can really be a good fit, a good path. In what field of life do you find yourself achieving flow state easily? What skill would you like to master? About what things others ask you often help about? And in line with this, a great quote, what you like is your hobby, and what others like about you is your business. Or in a little bit of another way, what you like to do, make it a hobby. And whatever the world likes to do, make it a business. Okay, so I hope you find this video useful, that you really grasp that idea and you will be able to use it, because once you see that and you are able to offer something of value, you are on the way. There is not confusion about it. There is clarity about what you are actually doing and why people are willing to pay and what money is used for. So feel free to share in the comments what you think you will be able to solve and what field interests you. And if you want to go deeper into business-related principles that can be greatly useful in your journey, I recommend you to check the Holistic Mind Map with all the life principles you will ever need, which is available for free. You can find it in the description. And other than that, I hope you have an amazing day, and Stay strong.